Hello there, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Welcome to another one of Big Red's Rants and Ramblings. Just surfing around the old interweb here, and I noticed that being today is Monday, April the 10th, 2017, it's National Siblings Day. Although I do not have any full-blooded siblings, I do have 5 half-siblings and 1 step-sibling. Let's start with the eldest. I have one half sibling from my father's first marriage. He's 2 to 3 years older than me, 4 at max. Only met him twice. Briefly heard about him for a brief moment in, what was it, a year and a half ago, two years ago, roughly, when my father passed away. I was contacted by some lawyers, and they were trying to divvy up his estate, and he wanted absolutely nothing to do with our father. I don't blame him, because our father did nothing for him, did nothing for me. But you know what? My theory was, you know what? You didn't do nothing for me when you were alive. Guess what? I want everything that's coming to me down to the last fifth. Well, there's 6 of us. Down to the last 6th of the dead roach that may have been in your apartment. So if there was 6 roaches, I wanted 1. You know what? I was getting mine. But he was like, you know what? I didn't hear from him per se. This was all through the lawyers. He said, you know what? Split it between the other 5. I don't want nothing to do with him. So, but when I was younger, there's pictures of him and I together when I was about a year and a half old, maybe 2 years old at the max. And he was quite a bit older than me. You know, like I said, he was, I want to say he was either 2 or 3 years older than me. And all I have are pictures. And I don't even know I don't even know if I have those pictures, to be honest with you. I may have 1 or 2 pictures, but I have no memories of it other than the photograph. I know his name. I don't even have an idea how to get in touch with him. I would love to meet him now that we're adults. But the lawyer that was divvying up the estate was working for the other 4 siblings, the other 4 half siblings from my father's 3rd marriage. I'm a product of my father's 2nd marriage. See, let's talk about my father for a minute. Or should I just say sperm donor, because he was never a father to me. The man couldn't keep his dick in his pants. My mom was, 20 years old in college, met him, answered a babysitting ad. She used to babysit my now half-brother, and my father, aka sperm donor, started fucking around with my mom because he had a thing for the babysitter. That broke up his first marriage. My mother got pregnant after they got together and got married. I'm the product of the 2nd marriage. And lo and behold, guess what? My step monster was my babysitter. And what my daddy did? Fucked around with the babysitter. Why my mama didn't figure out this beforehand, I don't know. You know, she was the babysitter at one time. But anyway, my dad couldn't keep his dick in his pants. So then that broke up his 2nd marriage. And then I lived with my mother from the time I was 2 to the time I was 4. Then I lived with my father from the time I was 4 to the time I was like 6.5. No, I had to be a little older than that. I had to be about, let's see, this was 81-ish. Or was it 1980? it was either 1980 or 1981, which would have made me, and it was the summer of, so let's see, 82, the summer of 82, I would have been, would have been 9. So the summer of 81, I would have been 8. So I was about 7 when I moved in with my grandmother, when I started 2nd grade. Or no, I was probably 7.5, 8. Somewhere in that neck of the woods when I moved in with my grandparents. Because stepmonster got pregnant and had a child of her own. They didn't want me because I wasn't her kid. And I knew it was a little girl. I was there, maybe 6 months after she was born, maybe 7 months. And then they dumped me off at my grandparents' house, which was my mother's mother. And then he proceeded to have 3 other kids. So from that marriage, there's 3 girls and 1 boy, which I knew there was 3 girls and something else on the way, because the last time I saw my father, I was 16 years old. My mother wanted to take him to court for back child support, and stepmonster had 3 little girls in tow, and then 1 on the way. And that was the last I heard of any of that until he passed away, and I get a phone call from a lawyer and get paperwork. I tried to reach out to them through the lawyer that they hired to divide the estate, this, that, and the other. And I got no response. I found them all on Facebook, or I found 3 out of the 4. I found the 3 younger ones on Facebook. The youngest being, I want to say he's 26, 27 at the time. And I wrote them all a message. And this was before my father passed away. I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I believe we all have the same father, blah, 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 blah. I'd like to talk to you guys. And I got no response. Then after I get this phone call from the lawyer and it's so strange because it was like 6 months after this, 7 months after this, because this was around Christmas. And then that July, I think it was June or July, my father passed away, but I didn't get contacted till like September. They found me. The lawyer found me. So yeah, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So this was like 9 months after I reached out to him the first time, got no response. I found them all on Facebook again, sent out basically a heartfelt letter or heartfelt private message saying, hey, look, I'm sorry our father passed away. Y'all were probably closer to him than I was. I mean, the last time I lived with him, I was 6.5, 7 years old. Blah, 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 blah. I would like to get to know you guys. Do you know these son of a bitches just straight up deleted their Facebook page? Straight out fucking deleted their page. It's not my fault. It's not their fault. They probably didn't even know about me until the point of when they thought they were going to get each a fourth of everything, that there were 2 other kids involved. They probably had no clue because my dad was a no good fucking scumbag. And the sad thing about the whole thing is, you know how much I got when my father passed away? Because he had, from what I understand, he was finally divorced from stepmonster. And he was living in some shithole apartment after she cleaned him out. But he was too fucking stupid to take all the property out of his name and her name together. They got divorced and they kept all the property and all the fucking finances all still in the same fucking names. Didn't do anything to take any action to settle up the thing. So here you have 6 step-siblings, well, four blooded siblings, and then 2 half-siblings trying to clean up the mess that these two fucking idiots created. But you know what? I reached out to him and said, hey, this isn't your fault. It's not the other brother's fault. It's not my fault. We're just trying to clean up this mess. I'm sorry our father died, blah, 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 blah. I'd like to know you guys. And you know what? That was through Facebook. They deleted their fucking page off of Facebook. I reached out to I found my aunt, which was my father's sister. I found his sister, one of his sisters, and I wrote her a heartfelt private message. Do you know this bitch wrote me back a nasty fucking letter and then proceeded to delete her Facebook page? Wow, what a bunch of fucking redneck fucking hillbilly pieces of shit from Mississippi. Fuck them. That's what I say about his sister. Fuck her. I would still like to meet my half-siblings. I really would. But if they don't want to, accept an olive branch or, reach back out, it's not my loss. It's just on days like this, it makes me think, wow. Before passing judgment on someone, I'd want to meet them first. I'd want to hear their side of the story. I'd like to hear what they were told. They may have never known about me or the other brother their entire life until they get this big shocker. Hey, look, y'all not getting all the money that y'all thought y'all were getting because there's 2 other kids. Newsflash, wow. Then, it's just, they could have known about me. I don't know. And they could have been brainwashed all kind of, I'm fucking Satan or something. I don't fucking know. But, who knows what they were brainwashed or lied about or kept in the dark about. I don't know. But I would like to meet them. I would like to know them. And if once meeting and, talking, and then probably, start off with freaking emails or something. I don't care. Work our way up to phone conversations and then possibly meet in person. You never know. We might have a lot in common other than the fact of the same sperm donor, aka father. I didn't ask to be put in this situation. I know the older one wasn't asked to put in this situation, and I know they weren't asked to be put in this situation. I'm just trying to freaking pick up the pieces and deal with the aftermath. I remember seeing the oldest of the third marriages wedding thing in the paper, and my grandmother was like, hey, look, your half-sister's getting married. And I was going to send a gift, and anonymous or from the brother you might not know about. And my grandma talked me out of it. She said, don't do it. Her wedding is her wedding. It's her day. Let her have her day. Just let it go. So I did. But I would really like to get to know my half-siblings. I really would. And after meeting them, if they think I'm an asshole and want nothing to do with me, fine. Go your own separate way. Or after I meet them and I think they're assholes, fine. I won't make any more effort. I could say, hey, I tried. It just didn't work out. But I'll never know that because, I extended the olive branch. I extended the hey, let's get to know each other, and they didn't respond. Not even a fuck you, not even a kiss my ass, not even a, oh, you full of shit, you're not our brother, nothing. Just straight up deleted their Facebook pages. I don't know. I just really don't know. But, since it's National Sibling Day, I figured I'd rant and ramble about this for a little bit. It is what it is. So, if any of y'all know me personally, and if y'all know how to get in touch with my half siblings, please help me out. I really would like to meet them. The eldest's name is Kevin Dempsey from the first marriage, and then the ones from the third marriage is Jessica Dempsey, and she's got a marriage name of, I want to say, LeBlanc. I have, then there's, I want to say there's Jenna, and she's married. I can't remember her marriage name. And then there's it's Jessica, Jenna, and Jamie. And then the youngest, the boy, his name is James Davis Dempsey the Third. So if anybody out there knows them, and they all live in the New Orleans area, New Orleans, Louisiana area, please, tell them I just want to meet them. I want to talk to them. Now, Kevin, on the other hand, the older brother from the first marriage, I have no clue as to where he's living. None whatsoever. But I know the other three, they're all in the New Orleans area. Although James the Third was in California for a while. Where he's at now, I don't know. But I would love to meet him. I really would. So, if any of you guys out there know them, try to put us in contact with each other. I really would appreciate it. Anyway, down there in the subscription, there's a subscription box. Please click it. You'll know when I have new content. Most of my videos are food related. I do food reviews, snack reviews, buffet reviews. Now I started restaurant reviews. So, yeah, that's what most of my content is. But then every once in a while I have story time in the Big Red's Rants and Ramblings. So please subscribe so you know when I have new content. Open the description box, and then you'll find links to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You'll also find a link to my homepage for my channel on YouTube. And that's the best way to find all my older content. Leave me a comment down below. I read 100% of my comments. I answer 99.9% of them. Type me one out, show me yours, and I'll show you mine. Also, hit me with a thumbs up, thumbs down. It don't matter which. Just let me know you're watching. Also, as always, tell your ma, tell your pa, tell your greasy grandma, share this video with your family and friends. Until next time, y'all just take care of yourselves and love one another. I'll see you next time when I have something to rant or ramble about. This has been Big Red for Big Red's Rants and Ramblings. Peace.